Hello, Erica here, and I'm back with part 2 of my birthday book haul. These are books that I either purchased for myself or received as gifts kind of throughout the last month, really, overall, but figured I had to lump them all together. A lot of them were birthday gifts, so that's kind of awesome. Today I'm going to talk about some poetry, some novels, and new releases. So, let's get started. The first thing I have is a short story collection. This is Africa 39, New Writing from Africa South of the Sahara. This is edited by Ella Wakatama Alfrey. And this is just a collection of... It's an anthology of short stories by authors from Africa, south of the Sahara. I am doing a buddy read of this with Mercedes and Yamini and Caitlin this month, so I'm very excited to get into this. Then I have some poetry books from Yes Yes Books. Jen from Jen Campbell was talking about Yes Yes Books on her channel a few weeks ago, and if I can find it, I'll link that video down below. And I wanted to check them out, so I kind of they had like a bundle for sale, so I bought that. They're an independent publisher, by the way, who publishes poetry, and all of their books are really beautiful, and I cannot wait to dive into them. So what I have here is Panic Attack USA by Nate Slauson. I haven't read any of these, so I can't really tell you much about it. These are poems, and the cover is really fucking cool. I have The Youngest Butcher in Illinois. This is by Robert Ostrom. And again, I don't know anything about it yet, but I'll read it soon. It's super short. I have If I Should Say I Have Hope. These are poems by Lynn Melnick. And, yep, again, haven't read it yet. This is like one of the cutest books I've ever seen in my life. It's so tiny. It's smaller than my head. This is called I Don't Mind If You're Feeling Alone, and this is by Thomas Patrick Levy. I believe that these are prose poems, actually, yeah. So these are prose poems, which I'm really into, so I'm super excited about getting into this. I have Pepper Girl by John Terry Gadsden. I actually did read a couple of these, but I haven't finished them yet. There's not very many, and they're good, so really enjoying that. And then they sent me Frequencies, Volume 1. So this is a chapbook and music anthology. So there are downloadable music files that go with the poems, from what I understand. I haven't dived into it at all yet, but it's kind of like a multimedia experience. I'm really excited about it. So those are some poetry collections I got. I got some more stuff. I bought the first 15 Lives of Harry August. I've heard nothing but really amazing things about this on BookTube. And then one of my employees actually suggested it to me recently, so it was like, as soon as a real-life friend recommends to me a book that BookTube's been talking about, I'm like, cool, I guess I have to buy that now. So I did. From what I understand, this is about a man who dies over and over again and starts his life over at the same point each time, and I'm really interested in it. I've just heard it's really good. Alright, BookTube. I bought My Brilliant Friend by Elena Ferrante, and if I do not like this book, it is all your fault. That's all I have to say about that one. I'm a little bit nervous about it. I received Angela Carter's Book of Fairy Tales. I've been wanting this forever, and it's absolutely beautiful. So these are just fairy tales edited by Angela Carter, who I adore. The cover is absolutely incredible, and yeah, I've wanted this forever. It's really hard to find in the US, and I finally got a copy. I got Why Be Happy When You Could Be Normal by Jeanette Winterson. This is her memoir. It focuses a lot around kind of the differences in her real life. I've already read this. It focuses a lot around the differences in her kind of actual upbringing and what takes place in her novel Oranges Are Not the Only Fruit, because Oranges Are Not the Only Fruit is very highly biographical. So super interesting. Love Jeanette Winterson. She has really interesting advice on kind of writing and putting yourself out there. And yeah, I would definitely recommend this, but not until after you've read Oranges Are Not the Only Fruit. Definitely read that first. I have a nonfiction book. I think this is my only nonfiction book in this whole haul. This is Spirals in Time, The Secret Life and Curious Afterlife of Seashells by Helen Skills. I saw this on somebody's channel. It may have been Olive from a book Olive during Nonfiction November. Not entirely sure. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, this is about seashells. And whoever it was, maybe Olive, maybe not Olive, made it sound really interesting, and so I've wanted it ever since then. I asked for it for my birthday. I got it. I'm excited. I've been, like, really in the mood. Ooh, look at the end papers, y'all. I've been really in the mood for kind of sciencey nonfiction lately. We call those science books, yeah. Sciencey nonfiction. Another thing that I got from my mom is Well-Read Women, Portraits of Fiction's Most Beloved Heroines. This was going around YouTube a while ago, like probably a year ago, and these are gorgeous drawings by Samantha Hahn of classical female figures from literature. So, like, this one is Hester Prynne from The Scarlet Letter. And we have, like, Anna Karenina. So, I've already flipped through this, too. It's a gorgeous book. I'm very happy to have it. Okay, I have one more book, and then we can get into the new releases. I have A Caught a Witch. This is by Nnedi Okorafor, who writes sci-fi and fantasy. I read her, the only thing I've read from her is her novella Binti, which I read during the BookTube SFF Awards, which was really amazing. And I wanted to check out more of her work. I was drawn to this because of the cover. I found out, right before I purchased it, but I found out when I looked into it that it's actually middle grades. So this is middle grade fantasy, and I'm going to read you a little bit of the description, which I don't normally do, but it kind of needs it. So, it says, Sunny lives in Nigeria, but she was born in New York City. She looks West African, but she's an albino. She's a terrific athlete, but she is so sensitive to the sun that she can't play soccer during the day. She doesn't seem to fit in anywhere. Then she learns why. The why, of course, is that she's magic, which is amazing. I'm really looking forward to this. This cover is amazing. It's a hardback, and it's gorgeous. And underneath it is this lovely green color. That's what the spine looks like. So, cannot wait to read this. I'm sure it'll be a quick read. I have not read a middle grades book in quite a while, so I'm excited. I had to buy The Vegetarian by Hong Kang because everyone's talking about it. This just won the International Man Booker. It's translated from the Korean by Deborah Smith, and I have really tried not to learn that much about it. I know that it's kind of dark and kind of fucked up, which is so up my alley, and really beautifully written. So I can't wait. It's short, which is part of the reason why I've tried not to learn that much about it. Also because when I know things about books beforehand, it's bad for me. So I'm excited about this. I got the Geek Feminist Revolution by Camlin Hurley, so I lied earlier when I said I only had one nonfiction book, because this makes like 3. This I pre-ordered ages and ages ago as soon as I first heard about it. This is a collection of essays by Cameron Hurley about geek feminism. So I cannot wait to read this. I'm not sure why I haven't started it yet, except that I'm in the middle of like 6 things. So I'm trying not to be in the middle of 7 things instead. I bought The People in the Castle. These are Selected Strange Stories by Joan Aiken. This book I had sitting in my Amazon shopping cart for like 4 days, and then I watched a haul by Mercedes from Mercy's Bookish Musings, and she hauled this, and I was like, oh, for Christ's sakes, Erica, just buy it. Because I had already been looking into it. It was like the universe told me I had to. This is a series of strange short stories. I haven't started it yet or really dipped into it at all yet. It is published by Small Bear Press, which is the independent press that Kelly Link and her husband own. So I'm obsessed with Kelly Link. I'm actually reading a Kelly Link collection right now, and it just reminded me how much I adore her work. So had to get this. The cover is really cool also, and I'm happy to support Small Bear Press. I finally bought What Is Yours Is Not Yours by Helen Oyeyemi. I had to place a book depository order anyway for something that I wanted, and I don't remember what it was now. And I've been eyeing this. I really wanted the UK version because it's gorgeous. I did not get the cool one with like the spine, the like naked spine, which I'm a little bit upset about because I thought I was getting that one, but I didn't. Anyway, it's still really pretty. I did not love Mr. Fox by Helen Oyeyemi. It was not my favorite book. So I'm interested to see how I feel about her short stories. I am totally willing to give her another chance because I think that she is clearly very talented and has really cool ideas, but we'll see how it goes. I bought Sweet Bitter by Stephanie Danler. This was just released as well. This I hadn't heard anything about until I read the New York Times book review about it, where they hailed it as the kitchen confidential for the front of house. I work in the front of house of a restaurant. That's what I do. I've already read this. I'm going to do a whole review on it because Jenny from Adultish Books and I were reading it at the same time, and we have wildly different opinions about it. I enjoyed it. So Yay! Only 2 more. We're almost there. I bought Homecoming. Jesus. Homegoing by Yasi, which everyone and their mother is talking about right now, and I'm really excited to read. Apparently it's going to change my life. I really hope it changes my life. This is like, it follows like 6th generation of a family. It starts in Ghana during the slave trade, and there are half-sisters, I believe. Yeah, they're half-sisters, and they're born into different villages, and one ends up being sold into the slave trade, and one ends up being placed in a more privileged situation, and then it follows their descendants for like 6 generations. So, really interested. I love like multi-generational family narratives. That is my jam. So, I've just heard that this is going to change my life. I hope it changes my life. And lastly, I got a book that literally just came out today and that I pre-ordered, and it was delivered, and I was like, that's weird. I didn't think I was getting any more books this month, and then I was, which is exciting. This is Sons and Daughters of Ease and Plenty by Ramona Osabel. I read Ramona Osabel's short story collection, A Guide to Being Born, a few months ago. I loved it. I did a review on it. I'll link it below. And I'm really excited about this. This is a story about 2 families, I believe, or one family. It's a story about a family in New England in the 1970s, and they're at their beach house in Martha's Vineyard, and something happens and the parents disappear and leave the kids alone for like 4 days or something. Yeah, so, sorry, I literally just got this like 20 minutes ago, so I haven't had a chance to look at it again. So, it says, quickly, the once charmed family unravels. In distress and confusion, Fern and Edgar are each tempted away on separate adventures. Back at home, where each parent believes the other to be, the 3 children are left for days with no guardian whatsoever. Armed with canned beans, a teepee, and a moving self-sufficiency, the offspring improvise their own Neverland, helmed by the tender, witty, and resourceful Cricket, age 9. So, really excited about this. She writes fabulous fiction, which is amazing. So, I think I'm going to read this one really soon. That is all. I am done. I am really, for real, other than a few pre-orders I have coming in the fall. I don't think I have any more for the summer. I have a few more pre-orders in the fall. I am like, I have to read some of these books before I'm allowed to buy more books. I really, really gats to. And now I have so many wonderful things. So that's exciting. Again, if you read any of these and would like to chat in the comments, we should do that. And I hope you all are having a lovely day.